Hello everyone, Ritam this side. Today's video is more like for beginner agency owners, I would say, and it's about how you are stuck in your own place. You're not getting any clients. You are just stuck at whatever stage you are in your business, and that's what we're going to discuss about in today's video. If you don't know who I am, my name is Ritam Samant, as I said, and I have helped 20 plus aspiring agency owners get their first client and start their business or their agency, in fact, and I'm on a mission to revolutionize the entire client acquisition system for agency owners, business owners, coaches, and consultants in India. So let's get into the topic, shall we? Oh, before that, we should realize why it's important. I always talk about it. The importance of getting what I would say the scaling your business, or why you are stuck here, or importance of learning why you are stuck here is pretty self-explanatory, but I have written it out. It's mainly because the consumption loop you are in, right? The main problem is you are just consuming, you are not focusing on the output. What I mean by consuming, well, you are just watching business videos, preferably Iman Gadzi or any other people you watch, and you're just watching people like them. You're watching agency owner YouTube channels, how to start agency, let me guess, how to get clients, what is the best outreach script, best cold calling script, best cold DM script. These are all the videos you are watching. And let me be honest here, watching these videos are not going to help you get clients. They are not. At max, they are going to help you refine your outreach script. That's the max it can do, but it won't ever help you actually getting clients. And that's the problem with it, which most of the beginner agency owners or agency owners in general don't realize, that consuming business content won't help you ever with getting clients. Actually going on and doing the work itself will help you getting clients. This brings to us to our first point, that is consumption. I have written it out here. So it's consumption produces the neurochemical signatures of progress without any structural output. I have talked about it in a video, check it out here. I have talked about this point in more rather detailed way, which is the consumption loop you are having. There's two kind of effort, right? Input based effort, output based effort. Consumption of business content or any kind of self improvement content you have, it's more input focused effort it is, and it doesn't produce any results at all, except directly feeding into refining the effort that you put in output. I hope that makes sense. But the problem with it is, after a certain threshold or after a certain point of time, until you truly do the output focused effort, you can't actually refine the output anymore. Sorry, the effort that requires to do the output, you can't refine it anymore through input based effort. I truly hope that makes sense. If not, just rewind the video and watch it again. But you should understand this thing, right? There's this guy who does 30, who just learns about cold calling for 30 hours, and there's this guy who learns for cold calling for 2 hours straight and then really does the cold calling for 28 hours. Out of both of them, there are 99.9% chance this guy is now better than this guy at cold calling. Guess why? Because he has done the cold calling while he hasn't. Now, the exception here is if this guy is learning from the master of the masters of cold calling and learning the techniques and actual fundamentals of cold calling, then he might be better in a way. But that said, most of the guys who are watching this video, they're not learning from master of the masters, they're learning it from a simple YouTube video. So that's the caveat there. That said, you should actually focus on doing the work instead of doing like learning consumption shit, just consuming business content. And that is the entire point here. Second point is the loop we are in, the consumption loop. It self reinforces because execution has failure risk while consumption does not. This is again another of the most important point, and this desk is just yeah, sorry, my bad. So yeah, the loop self reinforces because when you consume, you can consume even more. There's no problem at it. The effort is there, but effort is technically low, but your brain can't really understand that, why it's low or why it's not, because it creates the same amount of fatigue. It's like, that's the problem. I have discussed it thoroughly. You can check the video out in description, by the way. That said, along with which, we have another problem right there, right? That if you do output based effort, if you keep that, there's a chance that you will fail. And again, there's a beauty in it, but most people don't realize that there's a beauty. What they realize is they're going to fail, and they're scared of failure. Our school system, our education system taught us that failure is bad, and we actually fear it. As of now, we are scared of it. So that is why they fear doing the output focused work instead, and just does the input focused work, that is focusing on, I don't know, doing the work itself, like consuming business content or whatever. That's the entire thing that they do, and that's what the problem is. Now, one solution might be, every time execution gets uncomfortable, right? This is just an hypothesis of mine. I haven't truly tested it. My execution system is completely different, but every time execution actually goes on to be more uncomfortable, and you just don't like doing the execution, you just double the amount of execution you were going to do. So for example, if you were having a resistance of doing 30 cold calls, do 60. And if your brain says no, it's impossible, I won't be able to do it, do 120. And now it will stop telling you. Now, although I till this date I haven't done that in general, because I really didn't had to. If I had a work, I did it, and that's about it. Although I did it for my physical exercises and stuff, I have a lot of resistance in physical exercise. I'm a little bit skinny, as you might realize by now. So whenever I have this resistance of, I might be doing 10 push-up, 20 push-up, 30 push-up, and if I have this resistance, I just doubled it. Although I might not reach that doubled number, but I would certainly do more than what I was planning to do back then. And it worked in physical exercises and all that, but I'm not sure if it will work in business endeavors. So that's the second point there. Third point is, information has steep diminishing returns after a very early point. As I just told you, the first 3 pieces of any topic or any topics video you're going to watch, it will give you roughly 80% of the knowledge you will ever require. If you just watch 3 or 4 videos about how to do cold email, you will have 80% of the knowledge of how to do cold emails at the first place. After that, it's just like wasting your time. It's equal to just doing doom scrolling, and that's the problem with it. There's never ending content cycle, there's never ending business content, and you can just watch it without no real risk of failures, because you're just watching it, you're not doing anything. And the solution to it is search. If you truly want to learn about something, truly want to learn about any information, instead of first watching any video, go to Google and search it and read blogs, read about it. And again, don't read a lot, just read first 4 or 5 blogs, and then if you don't still understand what the heck is this about or what it is, then only watch 1 or 2, at max 3 videos related to the topic. Done and dusted, that is it. And then start doing the work. Even if you can't figure out how to do it and how to not, just do the work, you will figure it out anyways. And that is the entire system there. And you don't another thing you should realize there is, you don't need to do something perfectly. These videos, you might realize that there are certain background noises you might hear here and there. I just closed, like my desk was just getting out and stuff, I just closed it in between, I didn't cut it. It's very raw. Chances are most of the people are not going to watch it today, or the dates releasing, or I'm posting, whatever you may call it. But people are going to watch it later down the line. Eventually there would be at least 3 or 4 people they're going to watch it, and I'm hoping for it, right? Now, do I really care if people, there's 0 views at all, or 3 or 4 views? No, hell no. It's just for a long term thing. I know it's not perfect. I don't want it to be perfect. I want it to be consistent, and with consistency I want it to improve better and better every single time, right? And that's the entire goal of mine with my YouTube channel and with my business. Eventually, just be consistent, no need to be perfect. You will be perfect eventually. I had this so-called OCD like behavior of where I truly needed everything to be perfect, like literally every single thing. And I had to break it out eventually. It became an addiction kind of mine, that everything should be so perfect, and I hated it if everything is not symmetrical and stuff. So I just changed my mindset there and started posting YouTube videos, uh, and that kind of worked, and it's kind of working, and that's what I'm doing honestly right now. It's not really glorifying or really good of a feeling of not doing something perfectly, coming from a guy who wants to do everything perfectly. So, but yeah, you need to do it otherwise, but because it's either you do something not perfect, it's not perfect, or it's not, it's too good or whatever, or you don't do something. It's either zero or it's either one. If it isn't one, then if it's, you get the point. I guess I'm just over explaining this right now. Again, see, it's not perfect. I'm not making this video perfect. Fourth and final point, this is the solution I would suggest. The diagnostic is really simple. It is, you need to understand what is your ratio of hours of what you are consuming to the hours of what you are actually doing the output. The simple thing is, the simple ratio should be, you should create more than what you consume. This is like the classic quote, but you should actually apply it to every single way in your life. Because after this content ecosystem, or so-called content boom in this pre post internet era, this is a rule that everyone should live by. You should create more than you consume. If you don't, you are going to get burned up in hell for that. Not literally, but you get the point. And that's about it. Create more than you consume, consume less, start with reading the blogs or whatever. If you don't understand, if you have any problem, if you truly need to consume anything, go to Google, search about it, read the blogs, read it, not watch any video. Read the blogs. After you read, after you understand, if you don't still understand, then watch 2 or maximum 3 of videos, then just start working. Even if you don't understand any few concept here and there, start working. You will understand eventually. After doing the work, after you have done more amount of, after you have spent more amount of hours actually doing the work than learning about the work, then only you can go back to learning again and repeat the same process over and over again, and you will eventually get it. That's it. By the way, just a quick note, if you are an agency owner, coach, or consultant, and if you are having any trouble with getting clients, or having any appointment booking, or can't figure out how to book appointments, then there's a link in the description that you may want to check out. Full transparency, it's a funnel, and no, it doesn't have any 10 lakh rupees, 15,000 rupees course or whatever. It just has my video explaining how I might be able to help you with appointment booking, with client acquisition. Now, I really don't care if you click on the link or not, but that's just a heads up. If you are interested, you can click it. And yeah, thanks for watching today's video. I hope you like it, and make sure to like the video. There's a button for, if you like the video, of course there's a button for that. And if you want to see more of this content, you can surely subscribe to my channel. I wouldn't say to click the notification icon or whatever, you are of course busy. And yeah, comment any video ideas you have, anything. I would love to make a video about whatever you might want to see a video about. And yeah, that said, this is Ritam signing off. Have a great day ahead.